You say that, and in your book, you talk about we are all healers, and you say you are the medicine. And what does that actually mean? And do you believe everybody has inherent healing powers? And how does that work? Because I don't want to lose the thread of that homeopathic story, because you've been doing it 18 years. So when you started seeing that, where's the correlation between those two concepts?
Yeah, I think it really was me using so many remedies with people, especially children, because children are so vitalistic, like they're so filled with that divine force still. So even with my own children, I give them a remedy and the next day they're healed. It's just like, I think it's just seeing that frequent pulse of that vital force coming back to life somehow. It just showed me, it proved to me, it was like evidence for me that we can heal ourselves, but mostly it's really in my own life. Like there were times where I couldn't walk up the stairs or get out of bed or put my socks on or write or play the piano because the arthritis was so bad in my body. Like getting the right remedy just cured that or healed that. So it's sort of like going from this like devastating, intense, excruciating pain to seeing that I can heal from that too. So if I can do it, I believe everybody can do it.
If I can do it, you can do it. This is really important because you didn't mention the arthritis. You said you have lupus. So that you've had a lot of issues to have experienced so that you can firsthand know that, wait a sec, this works. So now I'm going to share this with other people. So do you think it's emotional, mental, psychological? What is it? Because you talked about it being a frequency. So how does that frequency show up with people, and how do they access that healing capacity within them?
So I think that we're made up more of the sum of our parts, right? We are body, mind, and spirit. And the emotional story is probably what I love to dig into the most, like just to really get to that level. And even the spiritual or ancestral story. I know this lupus is beyond this timeline. I know it's part of the history of some intergenerational trauma that flows through my body. I know it's part of some ancestral pain that I have somehow chosen, I don't know why, to move through my physical body. So I do believe that it goes so deep. And if we're not connecting to our emotional selves or our spiritual selves, we're missing so much of the wholeness of who we are. So I believe our physical bodies are very important too. It really is. It's almost like the medicine wheel. Every single part of the season and the cycle is important, and every part of ourselves is equally important. But I love diving into the emotions.
Yeah, you said a very important thing just now. You said chosen. You said the word chosen, and you made a joke about it, right? So I think it's important that people, when you think about, oh, I don't know why I chose this, because I chose it. It's that sense of accountability that I'm responsible for this, or that I have taken it on without blame, right? That's very important, because in this, sometimes you notice in new age circles, it's like, oh, I manifested this. And there's this whole thing about blaming and shaming and naming and all this stuff, when in fact, it's an energy, a frequency that can hone us, right? It's like sharpening the knife, right? It's not a bad thing when we come in with, right? It's an invitation to heal. Would you agree with me?
Oh my goodness, yes, a huge invitation. And I've gotten to the point this past year, because I have struggled a lot in my physical body, that I've sort of set a boundary to say, I've done a lot of this work now. I've shifted a lot for the 7 generations to come. I'm not going to move it through my physical body anymore. Like that is, I've had to come to that place where I'm just like, I kind of felt like responsible for a long time to do that. And now I'm like, you know what? I can redirect the energy. I can be the healer of that energy, but I'm not going to move it actually through my physical body. So I think we go on evolution too, of being a chosen one, and how much we're going to take on, and how much of that mission we're going to step up in the world. But I now want ease and abundance and grace and flow. But I had to come to this point of actually choosing that.
I love that you said that. This is so profound, because people don't realize that they can, or they think it's too hard. And I think it's that kind of idea of hitting a bottom, and getting to that place where you've hit that bottom like you just did. And then it said, I'm done now. I'm done carrying this. And when we reach that point, that nadir point, and we can surrender it to the universe, it is profound. Okay, if you like this podcast and you want to see more, just click over here and you'll get to see more clips from this interview. If you just want to listen, well, if you click there, you'll listen to the entire interview, available to you on any one of your favorite podcast channels.